If you don't crown yourself, the world will hand you a cap that doesn't fit. So before we begin, adjust your crown, sis, and let's walk into this with authority. All right? Have you ever sat with yourself weeks, maybe months after a relationship ended and realized that he kept showing up the way you taught him to? Yeah. Maybe not with words, maybe not directly, but with your silences, with your forgiveness, with your lowered standards, with your overextension, with your under advocacy for yourself. Queen, I know it's hard to hear, but today's not about blame. It's about power. You have more of it than you think, and whether you're conscious of it or not, you're teaching him everything every day and how to treat you. That starts with the moment you let something slide, or when you smile through disrespect, or when you understand instead of uphold. But don't shrink. We're not here to shame. We're here to reclaim. And we're going to dive a little bit deeper into this, okay? So stick with me, because as always, I promise you, by the end of this message, you'll walk away with knowing exactly how you've been training him and how to retrain the energy around you starting today. This isn't just about men. It's about mirror work. It's about the stories you believe, the patterns you've repeated, and the boundaries you forgot you were allowed to have. This message might sting a little, but it will be free. It'll be freeing to you, and it will free you a lot as well. All right, so we're going to start with our consciousness, that training program, right? Let me tell you a secret nobody wants to admit. Men don't learn from your words. They learn from your allowances. That means he's watching what you tolerate. He's clocking what you accept in silence. He's observing how you treat yourself more than how you demand he treats you. And that becomes the training manual, right? If you're showing up 110% for a man who's giving you 60, you're training him that you'll carry the weight, that you'll make excuses for imbalance, that you'll self-abandon to maintain the peace. Yeah. You're not just being nice. You're reinforcing the very behavior that drains you, that exhausts you. You're exhausted. Let me ask you, where in your past have you ever overgiven, hoping it would earn more love, only to feel more depleted? Let that come up. We're not avoiding it. We're meeting it at the door. We're trying to understand and face it so we can grow and elevate. Because one of the most dangerous lies women are fed is, he just doesn't know better. But what if he does know and knows you'll forgive him anyways? What if he does see the impact and banks on your softness to cover his absence? What if the problem isn't that he doesn't understand? What if the problem is that you've made his comfort more important than your clarity? I know, that one hits. But let's be real. We can't raise grown men, but we can teach them how to treat us by what we reinforce, accept, or resist, right? Our mothers, our aunties, our grandmothers were taught to endure, to prove loyalty, to be ride or dies, to make it work even when it hurt. But we're not repeating that cycle. We're not clapping for pain anymore. We're rewriting the script. We are not martyrs for half love. No. That's an insult. So let's flip this. Let's flip it. Let's get to where the training goes, right? If you trained him to show up less, you can retrain him or remove him. Let's talk about self-retraining first. When you stop answering calls after disrespect, you're retraining the dynamic. When you walk away instead of negotiating your worth, you're retraining the nervous system. When you decide this no longer serves me, you're retraining you before you retrain him. Because real power doesn't scream, it walks. Let's break this down in clear examples. If he consistently texts late at night and you always respond, you're training him that you're always accessible. Retrain. Stop responding at the hour. Communicate your boundaries once, then hold them. That's it. If he disappears emotionally during conflict and you chase him to reconnect, retrain. Let the space be. Don't chase resolution. Let his discomfort teach him accountability, right? You're not being petty. You're being precise with your energy, right? You are, and that's okay. You are allowed to do that. So stop training through compromise. Let me say this clearly. Compromise is not the same as shrinking. Adaptation is not the same as abandonment. You can be soft and still hold the line. You can be loving without being limitless. He should never feel entitled to your flexibility if he hasn't earned your foundation. Has he earned your foundation? Ask yourself, where have I confused compassion with concession? Think about it. Sit with that. Where have you learned it? Right? And here's the retraining process. Let me give you a simple framework, 3 steps to retrain, for retraining energy in your relationships. Recognize the reinforcement loop. Ask, what have I been silently rewarding? Redirect the energy, change your reaction, disengage the pattern, introduce a new standard. And lastly, remain consistent the first time you enforce a new boundary. He may resist. That's natural. Don't let resistance talk you out of respect. Consistency trains, clarity trains, conviction trains. You're not here to beg. You're here to build a relational culture where love is not conditional on your silence. This one's hard, but it's holy. Once you start retraining the energy around you, some men won't rise with you. Okay. Let them go. You were never meant to drag someone into the version of love you need. No, they meet you there. You are meant to invite and observe how they respond. If he rises beautifully, if he resists, that's your answer. Our grandmothers prayed for peace in a house that broke them. You get to pray and walk in peace. You are not required to suffer to be seen as loyal and endure. Right? Loyalty to yourself comes first. Everything else follows from there. Right? If your foundation is not strong, how can you lift anyone up? So let's bring it home. You're training him whether you know it or not. Not with your words, but with your patterns, with your yeses, with your silences, with your overextensions. You're teaching him what love cost you. But now, you get to rewrite the curriculum. Retrain the energy by retraining yourself first. Be the standard, not the supplement. Hold the mirror and not the microphone. He will rise, adjust, or remove himself. Either way, you win because you stay true to yourself. Right? If this message opened something for you, if it brought clarity to your own relationship patterns, I want you to sit with it. Don't rush to act. Reflect, reset, and rise. And if you feel called, share this message with a sister who needs this reminder. You are not too much. You are not too picky. You are not hard to love. You are just not available for training men at the expense of yourself anymore. Done with that, right? So as always, stay blessed and stay crowned. Have a great day.